The UTRGV volleyball team has won 3 straight WAC road matches. Coach Lowry, ring that bell! Woo! The UTRGV Coaches Show starts now! Man, Coach, this car really suits you.
Oh yeah, the brand new Lexus.
You ready to do this?
Yes.
It's the UTRGV Coaches Show. My name's Shona Goldberg. This is Todd Lowry. He's the head coach of the UTRGV volleyball program, and we're coming to you from North Park Lexus, Rio Grande Valley in San Juan, where we're in the midst of the fall collection sales event. Get 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on select L certified by Lexus ES, IS, NX, and RX models. The fall collection sales event runs through November 1st. So make sure you stop by North Park Lexus off Interstate 2 in San Juan or visit nplexusrgv.com for more information. Well, Coach Lowry, the UTRGV volleyball team has been en fuego recently. You've won 3 straight matches, all of them on the road in WAC play. That's a big deal, Coach.
Yeah, you know, the girls are just starting to come together and we're learning out this new WAC, figuring out the travel and all those things. But man, it's just kind of been the theme of the year that every time we go out and play, we feel like we get a little bit better. And the girls were tremendous last weekend. You know, took their foot off the gas a little bit at ACU, we felt like, in set 2 and gave them some confidence, but bounced back and were able to come back and get a 5-set win, and then played really, really well at Tarleton.
The new WAC expansion occurring, so this year, more Texas schools. There are 6 Texas schools in the WAC, more than any other Division I conference in America. It's UTRGV, Tarleton, Abilene Christian, Lamar, Stephen F. Austin, and Sam Houston making up those 6. The Vaqueros on the road their last 3. They swept Lamar. They beat Abilene Christian in 5, took down Tarleton handily as well. And you look at that and say, new WAC, similar results, UTRGV on top.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I think we're finding our way, and a lot of new girls on the roster, and definitely a bounce back year from us from last year, and just so many new faces, and the girls finding their way and just getting better. And like I said, couldn't be more proud of the way they're performing and the things they're getting done on a day-to-day basis.
We've seen a lot of amazing performances from your student athletes, and one that I want to highlight is someone who probably doesn't get enough recognition is your freshman Edinburgh North alum, Ivana Ramos. She's your starting libero as a freshman. And I was watching her over the weekend, diving, tumbling, somersaulting to dig out balls. I mean, what a passer you have back there.
Yeah, you know, Ivana got the experience of being on the roster last year and getting the travel in, just didn't get to play and practiced with us. And we saw a lot of good things from her last year. And, you know, being thrown into the libero spot is not easy as a freshman, and especially we're not particularly deep with Regina redshirting this fall. We're not particularly deep in that spot, so early on in the season she didn't get a break. You know, we were able to, as our other freshmen got their feet underneath them, we were able to sub them in and out when they had some rough patches, and you know, Ivana hasn't really had that luxury. I think just one match we gave her a little break. We subbed her out against Corpus, but at Tarleton she was just tremendous. Probably the best she's played all year long, and just kind of got out of her own head and just really started playing volleyball and doing the things that she's really, really good at, and that's being quick, being athletic, and throwing her body around the gym. And as she grows and as she learns how to read the match a little bit better and read this level a little bit better and the different things hitters are trying to do, she's going to be fun to watch grow up over the next couple of years.
And you've had an opportunity to really make an impact on Rio Grande Valley volleyball. How many years have you been in the Valley now, Coach?
Since 2009.
Originally at UT Brownsville, and then 2015 came over to take over the program at UTRGV. 99 wins entering this weekend at UTRGV. Over 500 for your overall career. That includes 4 national championships, a few undefeated seasons, a career winning percentage of 800, maybe slightly higher. Those are video game numbers, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I've been so fortunate over the years to have just so many tremendous players come and play underneath us, and I think that's probably been one of the funnest things about this year is we just have a special group. And I think anybody that shows up to a match, or I mean, they're so animated, I don't even think you have to show up for a match. If you catch one on ESPN Plus and you watch this group and you watch the bench, and you can just see that they love what they're doing. And as a coach, you can't ask for anything more. We're so capable, or we're so enabled by them and their willingness to do whatever, that we can come in and we can coach them hard and really push them to their limits. And that's why I think they're getting better every week, is just because they've been so open to the process and so open to being challenged, and they want to be the best version of themselves.
12 years in the Rio Grande Valley. What's it been like watching volleyball and the region grow in your time here?
Yeah, so different than when I got here in 2009. I mean, both universities have transformed themselves into, really kind of a special institution down here in the Valley, and gone from a couple of divided off primarily commuter schools to a real university feel on campus now. And I think the growth over the last 3 or 4 years under UTRGV, with the addition of the medical school and just the Valley in general, it's just growing up, and it's been fun to be part of. And I love it here, and hope to continue to stay here for a while.
Back to more of your team a little bit. You're 11 wins in the early throng of the season, and when you look at the success of your team, the conversation needs to start with your All-American candidate, or should I just call her surefire All-American, Sarah Cruz, is averaging 4.5 kills, a little more per set.
Yeah, Sarah's been something special, this year, and it's been a process with her, and just like Ivana, it's just a growing up sometime with these kids, and she really took on, some responsibility last year, moving into the middle, definitely a place that she wasn't comfortable with, and took it in stride. But I think that helped her mentality, and even early on through this year, she's just done some things to integrate more into the team, and really gets along with the group good. And this group's just so supportive of each other. I think it's really given Sarah confidence, and I think her newfound willingness to play defense. We always knew she was capable of playing defense, but challenging her to be defensive minded has given her an extra bit of confidence when it comes to attacking, that she feels like she's contributing all the way around and doesn't feel so much pressure to score all the time, and now she's scoring all the time. It's been fun to see that process with her, and really take her training and her diet and all those things to the next level. And man, she's been tremendous so far this year, and that's with people game planning day in and day out against her. I mean, she faced a triple block most of the night at ACU, which we don't see very much in the WAC.
Well, Cruz has done her thing, and certainly Veronica Yandova, she had 17 kills in the win over Tarleton, and you've had some returners contribute well, but a big story of this season is your newcomers. We talked a bit about Ivana, but you look at your setter position, you have a freshman, Luana Emiliano, who's 13 double-doubles and a walking 50-assist threat. In the middle, you've got Luisa Silva dos Santos, who had 10 blocks the other night at Abilene Christian. That's one of the best performances in program history. Are you amazed to see what your newcomers are doing so quickly?
A little bit and a little bit not. As much as we want to say we're surprised, as we were going through this recruiting class, we knew we had some special kids. I mean, obviously it starts in our setting position. Luana's as good as they get in the WAC and maybe in the country. She's just phenomenal at what she does, and I mean, she's also an ultra talented defender. So to give us that defense on both sides of the court, we haven't really had that the last couple of years, where we play defense really well out of zone one. And I think another pleasant surprise defensively in zone one has been Paris Key. She's just so fast, so athletic that we didn't expect her to be contributing on the defensive side like she has so far. But going back to Luana, she's been in some of the best gyms in the world. She's played at a high level, and just her confidence, and we just saw her take off after preseason as she kind of found her groove and really just started leading the group. Just has that ability to make everybody play better. And she's so humble and so hardworking that the hitters want to work hard for her. And I think that's so important in the setter's role. Having kids that want to play for her. After the match on Thursday night, Veronica was so upset that she wasn't contributing at the level that she thought she was, and she's like, I'm letting an amazing setter down. I had the best setter that I've had, or one of the best setters I've ever played with, and I'm letting her down. And you know, she feels that, and you come out and you see the performance that she put on at Tarleton with 18 kills and an ungodly hitting percentage. so the girls want to play together. They want to make their teammate proud, and they want to help out their teammates. So I think that's one of the things that Luana's brought, is just not just her super high talent, but the fact that she's so humble, and kids just want to perform next to her. To speak towards a couple of the other ones, obviously Louisa was a two-time first-team All-American coming out of Odessa, so we knew that she was special. And then she was actually a former teammate of Luana back in 2018. They played together before she came to junior college, so we could kind of see that connection was going to be solid once they got onto campus. And I think Maria, as she gets healthy and gets more reps in, I think she can be somebody that can be a real talent. And I have to say that Paris Key has been somebody that has performed tremendously throughout the preseason and the first part of the WAC season. She's just so calm and so level for a freshman, and we kind of give her a hard time that she never gets too excited, never gets really down. Like her expression kind of looks the same, whether she made a mistake or whether she just pounded a ball through the floor. So we need some of that on our court as well to go along with our emotional players. That's a person that's just real slow and steady.
Sam Houston on Saturday. It's your only home match of the month of October. So what can we expect to see, and how important is it to have a great crowd out there again?
Of course, like, the crowd's been tremendous so far this year, and we couldn't be more excited about that the support that the girls have had. And I think they feed off the crowd, and I think this group is probably as fun to watch as we've had in a while. So love to have everybody come out and support, and then show Sam Houston what it's like to come down to the Valley and play. And huge match for us with them taking a win over SFA. It leaves us all, you know, if we could get a win on Saturday night, leaves us a three-way tie at the top of the Southwest. And I don't think we could have asked for a better start to the first half of the WAC.
UTRGV Volleyball hosts Sam Houston Saturday, 2 p.m. at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. Get your tickets now, utrgvtickets.com. He's Todd Lowry. He's the head coach of the UTRGV volleyball team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jonah.
UTRGV Coaches Show rolls on with women's tennis head coach Wes Knott next on Somos El Valle, channel 5.3, cable 1241.
In the minute it takes to knock back your drink, spot your new crush, or cheer on the home team, you could do something that really makes a difference. Sign up as an organ donor. In less than a typical timeout, you could sign up to save 8 lives. It sure beats using a minute to mustard that hot dog. Sign up at tosa1.org.
The Rio Grande Valley is growing every day. That's why you need a team you can trust. 2 stations, 2 languages. The most experienced news anchors in the valley.
Authorities in Stark County plan to give a COVID briefing tomorrow.
The largest weather team keeping you informed in English
y en español.
Mientras tanto, esas mínimas van a seguir cayendo a los 50 para el resto de esta noche.
A sports team covering the RGV like no one else.
Both teams going into this matchup undefeated, looking for a playoff spot.
We're live in the morning, at noon, and in the evenings. Anytime you need us, we're online and on social media too. We do this all in both languages. Who else can deliver this type of coverage? no one. Channel 5 News
and Azteca Valle.
working together for you.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at work@canes.com.
I got mine because I'm a former student athlete.
I've got mine because the UTRGV Vaqueros are a hometown team.
I've got mine, Visa.
I've got mine because I'm a proud alumni.
I've got mine.
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 I've got mine. Go Vaqueros.
Get yours. UTRGV basketball season tickets are on sale now. Visit goutrgv.com/tickets to get yours today.
Town Place Suites by Marriott, Edinburgh's newest destination spot and a host hotel of UTRGV athletics with the amenities that a frequent long-stay traveler or visiting team in town to take on the V-Nation looks for. The nightlife is amplified with Ignite Lounge, a great way to wrap up a long workday or celebrate a big win. Town Place Suites by Marriott on Trenton in between Business 281 and Sugar Road and minutes away from the excitement of UTRGV. Town Place Suites by Marriott, Edinburgh.
Coach Knott, this car looks good on you.
Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely love this car. It's very luxurious, it's very spiffy, and I love my new ride.
Well, I hope I get to drive something like this one day, perhaps even later in the show. But until then, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Go. Welcome back to the UTRGV Coaches Show, coming to you from North Park Lexus, Rio Grande Valley in San Juan. My name's Jonah Goldberg. This is UTRGV women's tennis head coach Wes Knott. And we're in the midst of the fall collection sales event. Get 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on select L certified by Lexus ES, IS, NX, and RX models. The fall collection sales event runs through November 1st. So make sure you stop by North Park Lexus off Interstate 2 in San Juan or visit nplexusrgv.com for more information. Coach Knott, women's tennis fall tournament season underway, 3 tournaments down, 1 to go. How's it been going so far?
It's been great. You know, we got one newcomer on the team from Brazil, and I'm really pleased about having her on the team. She had a huge win in her first college match, beating the top player from Corpus Christi. And I think from there, it's just been great to build upon, like the good work I've been putting in the first 2 years here. And we're excited to see what we can do for this final event coming up here in Corpus Christi in 2 weeks.
So you've mentioned Corpus Christi twice in that first answer. And that's a little bit of a trigger for me, because if you ask me, every time UTRGV beats Corpus Christi in anything, an Angel gets their wings. Because there's that South Texas Showdown presented by Navy Army Community Credit Union. So even though technically the tournament season isn't part of the showdown, not till the dual season in the spring, tell me, how nice is it to get that kind of a win over Corpus's best player?
Yeah, I think it validates all the good work we're putting in right now, and it's good to get a feather in your cap just to get a W against this top-tier team, and they really have been getting the upper hand on us the last few years. So we really want to get in there and compete with them and show that we're on the same level playing field. But we got some work to do, and I guess that's what we're trying to tackle at the practice courts every day and also on the recruiting trail.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi, traditionally a top 75 team. Excited to see that your team now competing with them, though, because that spells big things for what you're doing, and you've been doing big things this fall. I look at the 3 tournaments you've been in, I think you racked up about 32 wins. I mean, you are kicking rear and taking names.
Yeah, we're doing a much better job. I think we got to keep adding depth and you know, just keep plugging away at what we've already been doing. So I think we got a lot of work ahead of us, and the dual season will tell the true story where we're really at, and that's when we compete against their top 6 players against our top 6 players, and really we're going to do this against a multitude of teams in the mid-major level this upcoming year. So we're really fired up about that, and that's kind of what we're aiming for the coming months and over Christmas break. So we're really excited about that.
And we talk a lot about the tournament, the duel. So to be clear, what's going on in the fall is everybody's competing as individuals or doubles teams at these tournaments hosted by different schools, and you have a few different schools go, get broken up into different flights, and then in the spring, it's team play where all of your matches are against the same team. You have 6 in the singles, 3 in the doubles. Doubles counts as 1 point. Why the difference, do you think, and how does that help you to get ready for the spring season by playing the tournaments in the fall?
Yeah, I think the fall is just a time to get to learn about the team and get to know each other as a team, and it's really individualistic, but in the spring it's all about the team concept, and that's really what makes college tennis special, is the team aspect, because I think a lot of these players, just like golf, they play individually their whole lives, and then you come to college tennis and then you ask them to play as a team. So that's the challenge for us, is just trying to get the right people in the right spots and get enough depth out there. And I think that's what makes it a really fun experience, not only for the players, but for the parents and fans watching, just seeing how we interact as a team and can we bring it all together, because one player is not enough to win in this format. You need a full lineup of players to compete at the highest level.
You've gotten some nice support locally in the couple of years that you've been here. In fact, you have a pair of local student athletes on your roster. Can you tell us a little about them?
Yeah, we love the local players. I'm just trying to integrate the best players in the Valley it has to offer, and we added a few last year. And a specific girl, Valeria Montero from Harlingen, she's been a beast for us. She's won some critical matches for us in doubles, and this fall she's had a great start. And she's got a few more years to go here, so I'm really excited to see what she can do moving forward. She's really athletic, she's fast, she's crazy competitive, and for her it's just, you know, learning how to manage her emotions during those stressful times, but she's getting a little bit better each day.
As part of your outreach to the Valley, I know you've held some clinics and you're planning on, in a few weeks, one in Brownsville as well. Can you tell us a little about what that's all about?
Yeah, we're really fired up about this clinic in Brownsville, which we're going to do with the men's program. And basically, we're going to do something, I think, 10 a.m. on November 6th on a Saturday at Brownsville Park. And I think they have 12 courts. So what we're going to do is just get as many kids as we can out there. Beginners are welcome to come on out. And we're just going to teach them how to, you know, hold the proper grip, the right swing paths, and just try to hopefully ignite their passion for the game and just get them out there moving around, get them out of the house and in the sun. And then we'll take a little half-hour break and do an exhibition match with the men's team, maybe some mixed doubles and some singles and doubles play. And I think it's just great to see tennis at a high level up close, and maybe that'll, again, ignite their passion to take up the sport.
Well, that's really exciting, that mixed exhibition match. So how badly are you going to beat the men's team?
Well, I think it's competing against the men and also with the men. I think we might divide the teams in half and do a little mixed doubles competition. And I know at the biggest tournaments in the world, whether it's US Open, Wimbledon, Australian Open, they try to do a mixed doubles format. And that one is a great one for fans, just because it's a challenge to keep the ball away from the stronger player out there and just see how people interact as a couple.
We did some nice renovations to the Orville Cox Tennis Center over the last few months. Courts were completely redone, some new graphics got up in there, and you were playing with your favorite toy and mine, the drone, to get some really good shots of it. So what are your thoughts on seeing that kind of support for your program?
For us, it's huge. It not only helps with recruiting, but just our overall player enjoyment on a day-to-day basis. It just makes our practices at a higher level, a higher standard. And I think it just, again, helps everyone have a smile on their face when they walk in the facility. And I think that counts for a lot. So yeah, we're really thankful for what the athletic department did and UTRGV.
Now you are in your 3rd season as head coach, is that right?
Correct.
You came over from USC.
Yes.
It's a 4-year school, I believe. I've heard of it. And obviously a very successful program.
Yeah.
And you come here and you became the head coach. And what kind of lessons have you learned over the last couple of years in building this UTRGV program?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing has just been a humbling experience. I mean, it's a challenge, this job, just because you know, we're traveling everywhere by car, and we got to get down in the weeds and do the nitty-gritty of just getting out there and competing with a lot of, I guess what you realize just how many good teams there are out there, how many great players and coaches there are out there. because I was mostly playing in the Power 5. But you know, to me, tennis is the same no matter what level you go to, whether it's beginners or intermediate, and then mid-major college level, and all the way up to the pros. I think we're talking about the exact same things, and it's just your attitude, your work ethic on a daily basis. And then, you know, from there, once you shore that up and get really competitive on the court, then we're talking more, you know, just X's and O's and things like that. But most of the time, I'm just trying to manage the players and get them in a good headspace so we can have a fantastic practice. I think if we have great practices, the rest kind of takes care of itself.
Coach Knott, he is the women's tennis head coach at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
The UTRGV Coaches Show rolls on next from North Park Lexus, Rio Grande Valley.
We all want the best for our families, to love, to laugh, to live a healthy life. At UT Health RGV, we believe every family should have access to the most advanced medical care right here, close to home. With over 100 board-certified doctors at 20 locations valley-wide, with life-saving procedures and treatments that keep you and your family healthy, UT Health RGV is here for you. High-quality care for every patient, for every family. Find your way to the best care at uthealthrgv.org.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Support. Some call it the foundation of success. Joining the V Club assists in the success of our student athletes. Preparing our student athletes for excellence in life. Thanks for tuning in for today's UTRGV Coaches Show. We'll be back every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on Somos El Valle Channel 5.3, Cable 1241. Missed an episode? Want to watch this one again? Just visit our YouTube channel at goutrgv.com/YouTube. Big thanks to UTRGV volleyball coach Todd Lowry and women's tennis coach Wes Knott for joining us this week. Next week, Sharice Hicks of the UTRGV track and field and cross country program will be joining us. Until then, so long from North Park Lexus, Rio Grande Valley. This has been the UTRGV Coaches Show. Visa up.